Running a marathon takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and emotion, as we see in the hilarious and heartwarming new movie, Brittany Runs a Marathon.
Yeah, and for Brittany, motivation comes from many places, including friend Jern, played by Utkarsh Ambudkar. Take a look.
Have you heard of marriage?
Yes, okay, I know marriage, but it's like, in my experience, it doesn't end well.
I'll tell you what I learned from my parents' divorce.
Okay.
In life, we're ultimately alone. It's true.
That is so dark.
We're alone, marriage doesn't work.
No.
Oh, and if it does, somebody dies, so you're still alone.
Look, I want to get married.
Really? Even after your parents?
Yeah, my parents f***ed up, but I don't have to.
Oh, and Utkarsh is here with us now. Welcome.
I don't look the same.
No, your hair is different.
I've transformed.
You have transformed.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Would you like a sip of water?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, it's
so
here if you want it.
Let's talk about you and this movie.
Sure.
I love you in this movie. First of all, we loved the movie.
Loved.
But
laugh, cry, the whole
thing. But you bring so much light to this film too, and Jern is he's lovable, but he's kind of a slacker.
Yeah, he's a man-child.
He's a man-child.
Jern is that dude who's existed on potential for a long time, and that potential has run out. Like in our 20s, everyone's like, wow, you're gonna do great, big, beautiful things. You're so talented.
Yeah.
And then when you hit like 34, 35, people are like, hey man, all those things you were supposed to do haven't happened yet. Like, you know, the rope gets a little bit shorter. And I think Jern's at the end of it right now.
Well, and producer said you were perfect to play this role, so does that feel kind of insulting?
You know, I can relate to the guy. I think that it just speaks to my ability to transform myself into other human beings.
That's right.
No, I don't act. I basically just say words and try not to fall down.
Well, it works for you.
Well, you did a good job. And Brittany and Jern's relationship is so sweet, so heartfelt, and we love seeing you in the romantic lead category.
Yeah.
It was a really cool. It's cool for Jillian and I, and Micah Stock and Michaela Watkins and Rel Howery, who are in the movie as well. All of these actors you've sort of seen populate the backgrounds of other characters' stories. And Paul Collacio, our director and writer, tried to take sort of the fringe characters and bring them to the forefront. And I think it was really great as a South Asian male, obviously, to be able to play a romantic lead, but also to see Jillian in a role you've never seen her as, and Rel as a father figure.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved Rel and Uncle Drew. Like, shout out to Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
I made that shot over Nick Kroll. You know I got love Rel. But it's great to see him in sort of that father figure role as well. And on down the line, I think that speaks to Paul's
It was great
vision.
casting.
Yeah, it definitely worked.
Well, you're also part of one of the most exciting projects coming to Broadway this fall.
We're so excited.
Freestyle
Mean Girls.
Freestyle Love Supreme.
Yes.
The marquee just went up. You know, everybody's buzzing about it. For those who don't know anything about it yet, give us a little idea of what we can expect.
So about 15 years ago, these guys right here, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Chris Jackson, Anthony Viniciali, David Diggs, Shockwave, Chris Sullivan, and Andrew Bancroft. There's just too many of them. James Monroe, Arthur Lewis.
The guys from Hamilton, a lot of them.
Basically, we started a improv hip-hop freestyle group called Freestyle Love Supreme. It's a 1.5 hour long show based on audience participation, and then we rap, and we had a run off Broadway earlier this year. That's me sitting on a stool. I sit on stools, guys. That's me pretending to jump.
I mean, that is like thinking on your feet to the extreme, because when it has to go to music, I can't even wrap my head around that.
It's all, and it's all happening in the moment for the first and last time.
Yeah.
And we improvise and we play off of each other, and we basically just use the audience and make songs and try to create a positive and exceptional experience, which, you know, I think with guys like Lynn and Chris Jackson and David, it's amazing to be on stage with those guys. And when somebody's on fire, like when you see Lynn really get into his his Lynn, as we all know it, it's just exhilarating to be around that energy.
So you said yes and.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of yes and.
There's a lot of ands in your life. You have a new album out called Petty.
Yep.
So what's that all about?
There's my cartoon face, guys.
Love
you get
it.
a lot of different looks on me today. It's like a hip hop R&B pop album. I put it out with my friend Kyle McCammon this couple months ago. And you should just give it a listen. It's on Spotify, iTunes. It's just for anybody who's gone through a a breakup or struggling with
So
romance
everybody.
or
Yeah.
anything like that, it's for you guys.
All right.
For sure.
Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Brittany Runs a Marathon is out everywhere Friday. Go see it.
Yeah.
Tickets are available now for Freestyle Love Supreme. I got to get my tickets at their website.
Yeah, you better.
And for all of Utkarsh's other projects, make sure to follow him on social media. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
stopping
so
Thanks.
by.
much.
It's great to
Yes.
meet you. Yeah, nice to
Such
meet
a
you.
delightful film.